The lights are blinding. The music is a relentless loop. And the world demands a performance of joy that you simply cannot give. You look around the room and you see teeth bared in smiles that do not reach the eyes. You feel a distinct physical heaviness in your chest, a repulsion.
They call you a cynic. They call you the Grinch. They say you are ruining the mood.
But let us speak the truth that polite society forbids. Your pain is not a defect. It is a symptom of high-resolution vision. If you cannot tolerate this season, it is because you are allergic to the fake. December is not a holiday. It is the month of the Great Masquerade. To understand why you suffer, you must understand the burden of intelligence. The average mind is comforted by ritual. It enjoys the repetition. It feels safe in the herd. But the analytical mind, the awakened mind, you do not see a party. You see a script.
You see the strings on the puppets. When a relative asks, "How are you?" they are not asking for data. They are executing a handshake protocol. They want the password, "I am fine."
If you give them the truth, if you speak of your struggles, your fears, or your philosophy, their system glitches. They recoil. They label you intense. So you learn to silence yourself. You shrink your vast universe to fit into their small boxes. This shrinking process is painful. It is the crushing of the soul.
You are an ocean trying to pour yourself into a thimble.
Let's go deeper. Let's talk about the energy vampires in the room. High IQ individuals often possess hyperempathy or high sensitivity. You don't just hear words. You read micro-expressions. You sense pheromones of stress. You can feel the tension between your parents before they speak. You smell the divorce on your uncle. While everyone else is eating dinner, your brain is processing terabytes of emotional data. No wonder you are exhausted. No wonder you want to sleep for a week. You are running a supercomputer in a room full of calculators, and you are overheating. Society tells you that loneliness is the enemy during the holidays. They sell you images of crowded tables and clinking glasses. But the most dangerous loneliness is not being alone in a room. It is being surrounded by people who do not know you and never will. It is the isolation of being the only lucid dreamer in a collective hallucination. You watch them consume the food, the alcohol, the material gifts. It is a desperate attempt to fill the void, to silence the quiet dread of mortality. You do not need these distractions, so you are viewed with suspicion. So what is the strategy? How does the shadow survive the light? First, abandon the hope of being understood. Accept that you are speaking a different language. Stop trying to teach them French in a day. Second, adopt the persona of the anthropologist. Detach. Step back. View the family gathering as a field study. Observe their rituals. Note their behaviors, but do not participate emotionally. When you observe, you are in control. When you react, you are a slave. Use the power of strategic silence. In a world of noise, silence is an act of dominance. It is an act of war. You do not need to explain why you are quiet. Let them project their insecurities onto you. Let them wonder. Let them be uncomfortable. That is not your burden. Third, recognize the guilt trap. Family systems are built on obligation. You must come. You must smile. It's Christmas. It's tradition. These are control mechanisms. You have the right to protect your energy. You have the right to leave early. A boundaries is not an insult. It is the wall that protects the castle. If you do not build walls, you will be looted. Now look at the calendar. The year is dying. This is why the depression hits. It is not just the holidays. It is the passage of time. You are acutely aware that another cycle has closed. Did you achieve what you wanted? Or did you just survive? This introspection is painful, but it is necessary. Do not numb it with their cheap wine. Sit with the darkness. The shadow is where the gold is buried.
While they are distracted by bright lights, you should be planning your next move.
While they are making resolutions, they will break in January. You must be forging a new identity in the fire of your isolation. The lone wolf does not hate the pack. The wolf simply understands that the pack slows him down. There is a dignity in being the outsider. Think of the great minds of history. Tesla, Nietzsche. Do you think they enjoyed small talk about the weather? Do you think they wore ugly sweaters? No, they guarded their solitude because it was the source of their power. So this December, give yourself the only gift that matters: permission to be authentic. If you want to stay home, stay home. If you want to read a book while they sing songs, read the book. If you want to leave the party without saying goodbye, simply vanish. Be the ghost. Ghosts are feared, but they are also free. They will talk about you anyway. They will judge you anyway. So you might as well be comfortable while they do it. The masquerade is ending. The curtain will fall. And when the decorations are taken down and the fake smiles fade, they will be left with their emptiness. But you were empty to begin with. You have made friends with the void. And in that void, you will find yourself. Do not fear the cold of winter. The cold preserves. The cold clarifies. Let them have their warmth. You have your truth. Stay in the shadows. Watch. Wait. And remember, being alone is not a failure. It is a graduation. Welcome to the reality of the awakened mind. This is Psychumbra.